5, but there was no answer.
I only dream of you coming back. See what you did. He's gone. And I think about you, I feel whack. Never been happy, but now I'm just sad.
They're all broken.
Close the curtains, fade to black.
Crazy, don't you believe anything I tell you?
I don't believe you were working so hard at Mike's grill that you couldn't even.
Coulda called you at. All I always say is that. Leave me on the second step. Spin little word. Tuesday, top, Monday, what's that I'll be tripping? What's that I'll be fucking all day and go. All of that is dead and gone. And if I go down, where you going? No turning around. I'm gonna pull you down with me. 10,000 feet underground. We're going.
I said my piece, so I'm at peace. I'm telling you the truth.
Yo, how's everybody doing? We're back from SCG Pittsburgh. Organic Gamer is online. I don't. Maybe we'll play with him. Yeah, I got bad eyes too. Don't worry. I'm gonna making this chat bigger just so people can see it easier. Like when I watch it on the other screen, I want to be able to read it from there. Oh, I gotta go get the yellow bird. So, it's an experiment today. We are, what are we doing? I'm playing music that I know will not get copyright strike, question mark, because it's my music. We're gonna play this until I get too annoyed by hearing songs that I play regularly. So we'll see how that goes. I just want to see what happens. As far as Magic the Gathering, back on the heels of SCG Pittsburgh, other people did great in SCG Pittsburgh. I didn't enter any of the main events, but I did well in every modern match that I played. I'll put it that way. Won some prizes. You gotta pet the yellow bird again. So I did that for a little bit, and I cubed a bunch with friends. I saw Everos. Shout outs to Everos if you're out there. I was in the middle of a two-headed giant thing, and I saw him on my way to the bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I'll be back after this round. And then he wasn't there when I went back. Save it for better stuff. But why don't you... There's other stuff that you can redeem, isn't there? Let me see. What does chat highlight say? Oh. These are new. Cool. Did it work? I didn't hear the Ayaya. It worked. Well, you got fucking scammed. Let me try it. Did you try it? You tried the female? Let me try the male.
To have the respect and affection of other people is one of the most important things in life. Yet we don't think
Might just be lower than this.
outside of
Try one more time. I think I can. I like that when you click the things, it says how to earn bank account. Yeah, it is there. I just gotta make it. Louder. I don't know what the balancing has to be. I'm gonna keep playing this for now. I'll turn the rest of it. I think now this should be loud enough when you do it.
Evan hit the beacon.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. How do I refund you for the one that you missed? Here you go. Wait, report reward redemption. That's not what I want. I can't like I have to go to the mod queue or some bullshit. Whatever. Let's look up who did well in Pittsburgh, because I know Dylan CO, whoever that is, did well. He's on the Discord. I think he like top 8'd something. I don't remember. He had a good result with Goblins in Pittsburgh, and it should be here somewhere. Here he is, Dylan Carflay. Shoutouts to Dylan Carflay. He made it to the semis with a list that looks a lot like ours. I still hate 3 Boggart Harbinger. I'm probably not going to adjust that. I don't like Sting Scourger main, gonna be honest. It's okay, but it's not great. He said the Fury sucked, which we knew already. His Blood Moon, 2 Blood Moon, 1 Mage's sideboard. It is exactly what I ran in Pittsburgh as well. I wonder if that's a because he saw my tweet, or if he felt strongly about that. I didn't. I just didn't feel like pulling the Blood Moons out of my Legacy deck, and I had a Magus laying around and said, why not? What is the difference here? 2 Mog Fanatic instead of 3. Sting Scourger replaces the 3rd. He's just using the last person's list, it looks like, which was already very similar to ours. Maybe we'll do that. What does he use the 4th Boggart Harbinger for? Let's see. If anybody spots it, let me know. Nothing? What am I missing? Like, this Sting Scourger replaces... one of the Mog Fanatics. And then the third Boggart Harbinger. Does this become a chieftain or something? Yeah, he runs chieftain and Battlecry Goblin. I do have 24 lands. How's it going, Dragon Fodder? I don't think chieftain is good. It's like, it's basically our list with one difference, and a mana base that's irrelevantly different, because our mana is perfect. And then a sideboard that they didn't even like, where it differed from ours. So like, I'm like not gonna change anything. I mean, part of the reason I haven't been playing Modern a lot is because I kind of feel like it's in a solved state, even though Trashmaster's way better than Chieftain. They do different things. I'm not sure I like either of them main. There's reasons to play Trashmaster main, though. I don't believe that there's actually reasons to play... oh, wait a second. I cut one of the Hidetsugus in my board in paper for an Obnixilis that I opened. I imagine Obnixilis is really expensive, but that does make me want to maybe like put, you know, something else there, like a Thoughtseize. But I'm gonna leave it as is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like, all right, we're already in the league and I also like it, so let's go. I agree there. Yeah, so like, oh, by the way, now that Dragon Fodder is here participating in the chat and I can put you on the spot, is the chat big enough to read on the screen? Like, if you make it full screen for a second, and I say like, hello, 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 can you read that? Or is it just like pixely? More importantly, can you read the person's name? That's what I felt like wanted to be bigger. Because like, a lot of streaming is talking to the people in the chat. And like, when you have a huge chat, like maybe you want chat to be one amorphous person, right? Like, so you're just responding to chat, or like Artosis does, guy in the chat. Yeah, it's the name. All right. Thank you both of you, CPB and Dragon Fodder, for responding, because I felt that way and it needs to be bigger. So the name at least, which means maybe everything needs to be a little bit bigger, because the name maybe should be smaller than the thing, but yeah, when you have threads of conversations with people, I think it's better. No, definitely not the opacity. I worked very hard on the opacity. It took me like 40 minutes. We're gonna mulligan this, even though it's like vaguely keepable. Like, you can just keep your Vial on 2 forever, but there's better hands. This is a better hand. This is a turn 4 combo, for those who don't know. And because it's a turn 4 combo, like, consistently, I am going to row back Mog War Marshal, even though it's one of our few things to do, because you never want to be the jerk sitting there with 3 lands, can't play your combo. Necro is definitely good. It's fine. Like, how can I put it? If Necro is a good card, we can cast it. Is a good card on turn 3. We can cast it just fine. There's really like no issues there. So like, if you want to play Necro, don't feel like you can't. But should you play Necro? I don't know. I'm clearly not playing any in this board. I was playing, I said maybe SCG Pitt stories. So I was playing, the one modern event I played in was, I played like the double high stakes version of the challenge. Wow, they Force of Negation my... Okay. I have to draw... I'm kind of just screwed. If they living end me here, I'm kind of just gonna die. I don't know if it mattered that they 2-for-1 themselves. It is true. I usually don't mind, but against living end, I'm not sure it's gonna matter. We'll see. What did they even exile? They exiled the turtle, which doesn't matter at all. I think I'm going to grab Snoop here, because next turn I can play Matron plus Skirk. Although maybe I draw Snoop, so I'm supposed to just find Skirk here. Let's just Skirk now. The reason not to do this is Grief, but Grief takes the Matron anyway. Although Grief probably takes Snoop. They're only on 2 lands. I definitely should have. I didn't even realize what was going on. But anyway, back to the SCG Pittsburgh story. As it relates to this is just green. As it relates to Necromentia, I played in the high stakes modern challenge, which was only a 3-round event. I played. We are probably gonna end up casting the Snoop here. I had a Necromentia in my hand because I boarded it in against an Esper Reanimator opponent. And in game 1, wow, those Magic Online sounds are going to be loud today. We have infinite mana, but we can't do anything with it. So they're going to grief me off of Boggart Harbinger, but that doesn't matter. I actually don't know if this is loud enough. But so I had Necromentia in my hand. My option was put them dead next turn to Snoop combo by playing out Snoop, or play Necromentia. And in game 1, they played Iona instead of the new angel, Sarah's Emissary. And I was like, are they on Goryo's and Persist in some weird split? Are they just using that off of Unburial Rites? I didn't know. I was actually confused enough that I was like, on the off chance that they have... Oh, fuck, I took off my upkeep stop because I was playing, Pioneer. It's alright, we have them dead. Right? I hope. We put Kiki on top. Sorry guys. I'm the last time I streamed was the last time I played, and that was the Pioneer Goblins deck. So it is what it is. You could just rip through your whole deck here if you wanted. At this point, I don't know if... What can they do? Are they going to try and Boseiju one of my lands? Can you even do that? I think you can. Wouldn't even matter either. Turn target creature to its owner's hand. That's not the one you do. They should have done the one I targeted. I don't know what they were thinking. And obviously I should have... I think they thought since I could play... A lot of people don't realize that Kiki doesn't give it haste. Anyway, I ended up not playing the Necromentia to end that Pittsburgh story from 5 minutes ago. I ended up not playing the Necromentia out, and I died because they just unmarked grave persisted Sarah's Emissary because they had it in the board even though they didn't have it main. I mean, to be fair, I made a boo-boo as well. I fucked up a couple times this game. Because if I was being like super tight, I would have, after they let me make the first copy, you copy the token instead, and then they have to interact with the token. It turns out that that probably prevented them from breaking up my combo, which is silly, but it is what it is. So we got them, and we should wreck them. So, I mean, I don't really know how you lose with this configuration of cards against Living End. Like, you could probably take this out, this out. We actually don't need the Sling Gang Lieutenant, but we want that many. We just take out all these Mogwar Marshals. On the... I guess I'd rather draw Chalice than Thoughtseize at any point. Although they do have Grief. This one hit at Sugu's enough. Because it's super slow. It's like a really off chance that it does anything. Although I may want to... Well, you keep this hand. So this is where Void Mirror would actually be better than Chalice. If anybody can figure out why, pause the video now. Because I'm about to say it. In 5, 4... 3, 2, 1. Void Mirror would be better than Chalice because right now there's no reason for me to play this Chalice of the Void out since they can't cascade into anything. And if I play them both, they can Force of Vigor my enchantment and my artifact, I believe. So we kind of just gotta hold it. Not gotta, but we might as well just hold it. Yeah, in paper that is a... They can Grief the Chalice too. I'm okay with Grief. Because I already have Leyline of the Void in play. Like, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I understand they can get it, but... I don't think it's... Like, here, now that they have Bounce open, I think you do play the Chalice. Because now this is, like, likely Petty Theft. Because I think they would have already Force of Vigored my Leyline, is what I'm getting at. This is, by the way... This situation right here, Seer Step Pathway, looking fantastic. I guess I'm supposed to attack first, but I'm gonna do this. This plays really poorly around Petty Theft plus Force of Vigor, but I don't care. We're just hanging out today. What do you think? Since I don't have the combo, should I just sack both of these and pull this off the top? You think that's a good play? It's a defensible play. I don't know if it's correct. Guys, shoot me for being so good. I said it. It looks like they have both. No, it's just Waker of Waves. Okay. So maybe you just hold it and not care. I knew I was walking into it if they had it. I played it because I didn't want to get Petty Thefted. But I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to play Hidetsugu Consumes All. If I can. Can I? And there's the green mana, which kind of sucks. Have one extra mana if I play Hidetsugu that I can't do anything with. Maybe I just play Pashlik Mons and call it. I agree, it's impossible to play around them all. I think it's probably best to just play Pashlik. I mean, if they have it, they have it. That's fine. They don't have it because they would have done it there. So we should be okay. It looks like they may have kept their hand based on the strength of Force of Vigor. Maybe they are just not understanding that they should have interacted earlier. Okay. That's fine. Glad I didn't play Hidetsugu. So we just do this. Whoops. Good thing that doesn't automatically target and you have to click it, because I'm sure that would have fucked a lot of people before me. Now if they endurance me, I'm mad, but what can you do? Wishing that this mana didn't empty or that I could shuffle, either or, but goblins are not good cards, and so it is what it is. I think we'll be fine, honestly. This is not that scary. We have a reshuffle, we have a second Snoop, we have Pashlik Mons. I don't think they realize. Do I just jump here? No, because then I'll take 7 once. Gonna cycle. Nothing to do before my turn. Give me something good. All right, it's not bad. We get to kill this guy and swing in. We also get to put them dead next turn. Actually, we can kill them right here. Oh no, we can't, because I had to use my only black mana. Oof. Clear Step Pathway not coming in clutch here. No way for us to get black mana with this still on top. We could see if MTGO is bugged enough that we can do it. What do you guys think of that? We could run out Snoop too, but I like the idea of drawing this next turn. I don't know. Do you not? Is there a reason to play that over drawing the Boggart Harbinger? I don't think there is. Oh, run it out with Skirk? I don't know, you could. There's nothing like inherently wrong with that. It doesn't change anything and it costs you a card in hand. And the reason I say it doesn't change anything, even though it puts a Snoop in the yard, the only reason I would like really want a Snoop in the yard is if I thought it was going to come back and I was going to combo. And like, I think you're like leaning into endurance even more like that, and the extra body isn't that important. So we draw Boggart Harbinger. We're gonna go for it. See what they do. They crack something. I mean, they only have the one green source, but like, you know, we play around the bounce cycler. Who plays around subtlety though? Do I think they have another subtlety? I don't. I wish I could have cracked this before. I guess I wouldn't have wanted to crack it. This time, since I can't attack, and I already have this in the yard, I think I still just want to wait. Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to use our Skirk Prospector next turn. That or our Pashlik Mons to block. I guess Skirk Prospector, though. No. Skirk is too good. We'll use Pashlik Mons to block. I should have fetched in response, but at this point, don't matter too much. If they bounce or kill this Snoop, I'm in a little bit of trouble, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, unless this last card in their hand kills Snoop or bounces it again, they're dead. I'm dead to Bolt, so I might as well just take 10, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't change anything. Actually, it may. Because 1, 2, 3. If I use Boggart Harbinger and just put Sling Gang on top, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. They go to 6. And then 3. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to just 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to just play it straight up. I think I do block with Pashlik here. Just in case something goes wrong, it gives me another turn. There's no reason to sack. And just let it happen. We could wait till their upkeep, I guess. Doesn't change anything, so we might as well do it correctly. Who's calling me on Facebook? An accident, whoever it was. Right? There is no difference to waiting till their upkeep. I guess, you know what? I wasn't supposed to wait till their upkeep because I have infinite mana here. So, like, if the infinite mana becomes relevant, I'm going to want to be able to play whatever's underneath this Kiki Jiki after I pull it off the top. Because, like, they could theoretically ping my Boggart Harbinger to end this game. And, that would suck. This is more than enough goblins. Yeah. And then if they oh no, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say if they Veil of Summer, they can get hexproof from black, but Snoop is red. You can see my brain walking through these plays very slowly today, but at least we got there. 2-0 living end, good matchup. So I played against humans a bunch in Pittsburgh because my friend brought her humans deck. That led to a good story. I played against Rhinos a few times and got crushed by that. I played against Hardened Scales and beat that I want to say pretty easily. We both realized it was just a race and then stopped wanting to play it. But in the matchups that were not against friends, I played against Death Shadow, which is an easy matchup at this point, and Esper, Reanimator. And both those went pretty good. I didn't get a Spider-Man statue with my winnings. I got a bunch of packs and ended up kind of with nothing. Pretty much with nothing. I don't think I opened anything cool. I opened the Friends Forever card that isn't the Stranger Things one, like this one, Sophina. It was the coolest thing. I don't know what it's worth. Because I'm not playing it. No, it's worth no monies. So who's playing Friends Forever? Maybe I should. What's the other Friends Forever creatures? Red, white, green, white, black, white, red, green. So you could play Jeskai, Sophina, and Bjorna. I don't know. None of these seem very cool. This looks like a great hand, but it's because it has no lands in it. This is a pretty bad hand. They kept 7. Genericana. Good name. I'll keep this. Get to throw back both Kikis. You know you aren't drawing them for a little bit. Yeah, the hand plays, but like it plays against things like Death Shadow, which people aren't playing anymore. Looks like Murktide, and it would have been fine. We'll play the Skirk. Save the Cavern until next turn. I don't think there's any cantrips that deal damage, are there? The only reason to not just yield there. Taking off their upkeep stop, because that is horribly. Is this... Alright, so most blue-red players consider themselves good players, so they play Polluted Delta instead of Wooded Foothills. So I'm guessing this is Teamer Rhinos. Or not Teamer Rhinos. Well, it could be Rhinos. But Teamer, whatever it is. My guess would have been Teamer Murktide, but... Playing absolutely nothing kind of implies Rhinos, which kind of implies that we're mostly dead. We'll see if that's correct. Rhino's still a bad matchup, by the way. I played it a bunch and realized I can't win. My friend was pretty new to the deck, 2 weeks old, but didn't come close to losing once. So shout out to Organic Gamer. Yeah, so they actually are playing Teamer, and it may or may not be Rhinos. I mean, definitely going for the combo since we revealed this. It is Rhinos. And they're gonna Electrolyte? Nope. Alright. How do you not see that you're dead? I guess they have Fury. They're looking for it. Aw, you fucking... God damn it. Probably. At least they get to, like, use their cards. Ours can't, like... I think blue-white control games go long, they struggle, and I think that's the kind of games that they like, even if they lose. That's why they play the deck. I don't play to get trampled, I'll tell you that. Like, a blue-white control player loves long, grindy games. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing it. They just want to be winning at the end. I think I'm supposed to play the Harbinger here. And... I think I'm also going to crack this fetch first. Rhinos is mind-numbingly boring and linear. But if you like winning, worth playing. So here, we could snoop. If we had the main deck Sting Scourger, this would be kind of one of the places you could tutor it. I'm not sure that that would be very good. I could also munitions expert and kill one Rhino. So there is that, because I have this Mog War Marshal. I think I just have to keep threatening. So Cascade, I think in limited and EDH, Cascade is probably really fun, right? But once you realize, like, I just play one card to Cascade into, and it's the best card, that is obviously no longer fun as far as Magic goes. Holy shit. Alright, they had all lands in hand. Putting Snoop on top apparently put the fear of God in them, and they conceded. So we'll bring in Hidetsugu, we'll bring in the Thought Seizes. I don't think we need to Blood Moon them. Easy matchup. You heard it here first. Actually, you heard it here like third or fourth. Because what's his name said it was easy and it was just dead wrong. We're gonna enact their game plan though, of like keeping in the chunky stuff and the combo. Did they leave in vials? I don't remember. I think they just took out all their Mog War Marshals, is what they said. And we're just gonna do this. You heard it here third or fourth. We'll keep this. If this successfully buys any amount of time, then we're slamming Snoop and we're getting their turn 4, so like... Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm gonna play this anti-sobble first. Am I gonna play this anti-sobble first? Am I gonna have to shock this in no matter what? Does it even matter? It does matter. I'm gonna stop pretending that concealing information is important and just play most powerful hand. Alright, so they've got Bone Crusher Giant, which fucks us. They've got Fury, which will 2-for-1 us. And they've got... So these are 2-for-1s. And this is a 1-for-1. So I can take the 2-for-1 and force them to 2-for-1 themselves. Or I can just take both 1-for-1s. I think whatever the case, I definitely take Bone Crusher Giant here, because they can play it next turn when I play my Snoop. So chime in the chat what you think. Yeah, they kept some bad ones. I guess not ironically. They Genericana is a great name for a what is this? Genericana is a great name for a Rhinos player, I gotta say. It really captures the whole feeling of playing both with and against Rhinos, I think. So I'm gonna shock this in. No, I'm gonna play this tapped, play Thoughtseize, take dead, unless there's a second thing over there. So let's Thoughtseize first. They Force of Negation, so they hold up. They drew a blue card, which was another Force of Negation. By the way, Force of Negation probably a terrible card in this matchup. Almost definitely should have been boarded out, but they clearly kept all 4 in, so it is what it is. I guess if they like are afraid of Void Mirrors and such, they can hold Force of Negation, but I don't think that that's a very good plan. I think here I just use Matron to grab another Snoop. I don't know if that's crazy. Just so they don't know I have another. Yeah, I think that's going to be necessary to win this game. And then best draw next turn. Probably this Force of Negation's gone. They just have Dead and Fury. So they know I have this. We'll hit them for 1 just to like keep up the illusion. Keep up the illusion. We actually need to play well. So like, okay. I don't actually think I want to pull this off the top just to keep 1 damage in play. Yeah. So they have the Stomp. I can make it so that they can't play this creature here and add to the board at the same time. So for those of you who don't know, when you fizzle the Stomp part of Bone Crusher Giant, it doesn't get to go on the adventure, and it just stays exiled, or just goes straight to the graveyard. So, I mean, adding to the board, we have a Snoop to play next turn. We were holding our mana open just because we didn't want to get just completely blown out by Fury. So they're clearly gonna try to like just untap, play Fury, which is obviously not ideal for us, but we'll be able to at least kill the Fury, so it doesn't stay in play if they draw a land, and if not, they can just dead us anyway. So like, when I say dead us, they can cast the card Dead to shock Snoop. The best draw for both of us is a land. We're hoping the other person draws land. No such luck here. They cast Dead. We're not going to kill our Snoop in response to Dead. Fine. We know the card in their hand is not a land. If I play this Pashlik Mons, I do get to kill a Fury, but I don't get to threaten comboing. But I couldn't combo next turn no matter what anyway, because of the Fury. We're just going to play Pashlik Mons and save our last Snoop. They have 1 unknown in hand. It's Fury and 1 unknown. It could be a Cascade spell, actually. You do get to kill both Rhinos from a Cascade spell. It turns out the 1 unknown is fire. So now... how does this change things? Now if they untap in Fury, I can still kill it by double experting next turn. Which I guess is... maybe I should just Snoop. Let's see what's on top. Because it could be like a Mog War Marshal, right? Cheeky. So now we just gotta hope that we dodge both land and red card, but we don't. Fine. Drawing Kiki-Jiki is not good. Yeah. The only difference between playing Pashlik Mons and Snoop here is that if we dodged land and red card, we could have just won the game on the spot there. Whereas Pashlik Bonds, we would have done 1 more damage in this case, which isn't a huge deal at all. I guess I'm supposed to do this at their upkeep. No, they have 0 cards, so it doesn't matter. So you respond to the trigger of the first one. You're looking to do this in paper. Does a total of 4 damage because there's 2 goblins in play when both triggers resolve. And now we have a Kiki Jiki in hand, so lands are good draws. Even if they cascade at this point. Oh my god, that was like one of their best possibles, obviously. I was just saying that cascades aren't a big deal. And then they go and they slam Fury. That's 3 of our experts. I think I boarded one out. Why is the sideboard so small? No, I kept them all in. I think I'm supposed to just play out Kiki. Just because of the mana efficiency, I can play a 2-drop next turn. We'll see. So they played a land tapped. Is that what they did? Or did they? Oh, they suspended Crashing Footfalls. This is fine. We take 6. Sling Gang is pretty damn good. We're gonna copy it while we have the we have the muscle while they're tapped out. You lose 1 damage from attacking with Kiki, but from not being able to attack with Kiki. But in the end, it's way more damage, right? And you don't have to mess with like the did they draw it and kill your Sling Gang in response. So I don't think suspending Footfalls is going to be fast enough for how this game is playing out, and they're just playing out their lands. So I think they're dead. They're just, I mean, they're very clearly dead. So we beat Rhinos, but that person was playing on mega tilt the whole time, and they sideboarded pretty bad against us. Don't leave in Force of Negation against the all creature deck. It doesn't matter if the things that they're gonna play against you are Chalice of the Void and Thoughtseize. Like, just what tilted them off so bad? The first game they had 5 lands in hand. The first game they had 5 lands in hand, and we played Snoop. They killed it. Then I played Boggart Harbinger to get Snoop, and they just conceded. Yeah, 5-0 prediction? I don't think so. Yeah, it could happen, but I am playing. This is for those who weren't here at the beginning, and are wondering what the hell is going on with the music. This is a test to see how copyright strikes work and if they're real. This is my band's music, so there's no way that we're issuing a copyright strike. I can tell you that. Nobody owns our music. Did we tilt and just concede? But that's what this is. I may turn it off soon because definitely long enough for YouTube to recognize it if it exists, right? I do like how hard the bass bumps though, even when it's this low. So they mulled to 6, we mulled to 6. They're on the play, we're on the draw. Hand is very bad on the draw against just about everything. I think I'm gonna mulligan to 5 here. This hand is kind of bad, but probably better than both of the other hands. If this is If this is a control matchup, I'll wish I had kept both caverns. So let's do it. This is a Blood Moon matchup. I can't cast these anyway. Hui is on Mishra's Bauble. So that looks like a blue-red Murktide player. That or Death Shadow, but kind of hoping it's Death Shadow. We'll see. They looked at me, by the way, with that Bauble. Here, this gets Thought Seized on my Mull to 5. Pretty disappointing. I guess I should have known that it was Death Shadow when I saw Giganta, but I didn't want to assume. Because, like, you can be on, like, Anvil and play Giganta. I guess I should have known it was a Thoughtseize deck, but that seems pretty crazy. I think even 4-color can play Giganta. But it's just straight up Death Shadow. And here's a dashed monkey, which probably will let them hold up shock for my munitions expert while doing pretty nuts stuff. So I got a feeling we're not long for this game. Conspicuous Snoop would have been a good draw. Oh well. I'm just going to play Mogwar Marshal because it plays around the shock that I mentioned. We'll make black mana and red mana because that's what our deck does. And I'm in no position to be flexing or asserting any kind of dominance. We can't pay Echo. Cavern of Souls has made that decision for us. We'll see what they've got. They shock it in, whatever it is. Death Shadow, you got it. 3-3. 3-3. So this is pretty dangerous to try to munitions expert anything. They know I have it. So, like, chances that they're just running them both out. Let's see what happens here. I like those skill emotes, by the way. I probably should have attacked. No, I probably shouldn't have attacked. Do I do it now? Do I flash these in? I guess at their, we know one of the cards in hand is Ragavan. So, like, they would need a removal spell as the last card. I'm gonna do it at their upkeep. Got him off Caleb. That's Caleb D's. They're pretty good. I like them. There was Rich Shea used to have them, and they were like, think about deterministic. I used to like those emotes. Just Tainted Pact or whatever it is. Drown in the Lock. Okay, so they had it. That's fine. They can't attack with this guy without it dying. So it's like a, nope, they can attack. Never mind. Forget I said anything. We know that's a Ragavan up there. I wonder if they just Giganta into their hand here. They can deal a shit ton of damage to me here. And this munitions expert doesn't do anything. I'm gonna chump one of them. Force them to get themselves a tiny bit lower, even if they don't want to. And they get themselves even lower. So they're at 7. We have a lot of top decks that win. Not a Sling Gang, though. Snoop ain't bad. Ah, man. All right, so now we're going to get hit by this Ragavan, but it's going to clear this land, so that's okay. I guess we kind of want the land. Expressive Iteration's so good. All right, let's talk about Legacy while we play Modern. So I saw the Goblin Lackey himself post something about how they think Expressive Iteration should be banned. It's like the new dig through time every day. It gets closer and closer. And like, I'm now... All right, I think we're dead no matter what. I think. And it made me think to myself, at what point do Legacy players, I consider myself among them. Actually, there's no top decks that win here. I can, since we're only on 3 lands. At what point do you just like kinda concede to the fact that, or not concede to the fact, concede the fact that Legacy's card pool is kind of huge now, and it's probably pretty similar to how big Vintage's was when we all liked Legacy and thought that Vintage was degenerate garbage. Yeah, right? So like, when do you rip that band-aid off? I think this is a fine way to board. I don't remember what the hell I'm supposed to do here. We're just gonna go with this. Like, Expressive Iteration being too strong for Legacy sounds like maybe there's something else wrong. I mean, there's Once Upon a Time. Do we keep this? I don't think we keep this. This is like really bad against like anything that destroys artifacts. Only 1 land. I think Delver is the best. So here's the thing. I don't want to play against Delver 20 times. I understand that sentiment. We're really hoping to draw a red source or a black source. I guess it's fine that it's a red source. We're really hoping to draw a black source. But a mountain would be fine as well. I think Legacy is defined by the card Brainstorm, and I think of all the things to be brainstorming for, I think Delver is the best, healthiest, funnest thing to play against. When there's no good reason to be playing anything else, it's stupid. When there's no good reason to be playing other decks in general, you're probably right that something's wrong. We don't need to go for a combo or anything, so like, I think I'm just gonna play Mog War Marshal. Although that is the worst if I want to play Hidetsugu. So we're just gonna play Mog War Marshal, and we're probably gonna pay Echo here. We're gonna make red mana because paying Echo is important. I think low resource gameplay is when Magic is the best, period. I think that goes for just about every facet of Magic. I think low resource in terms of budget is the best. I think low resource in terms of mana is the best. I think low resource in terms of cards is the best. I think that's where the engine shines. You think it'll inevitably reach a point where they have to ban one of the blue cards? I mean, Expressive Iteration is like so easy to ban as opposed to Brainstorm, but like, wouldn't it be cool if you got to slow the format down by banning Brainstorm, and now Expressive Iteration's the best blue card draw they have? Like, if you're really looking to make this you know, a playable, not just degenerate thing, they should let me pay this, by the way. There's no reason to respond to me trying to pass priority with the mana in my pool. I mean, I don't think they should ban anything, to be honest. The format looks decently healthy. Like, they're just tired of playing against Delver, and it's like, I think some of the least creative people in the entire world are playing Legacy right now. I don't think you would stick to that format if you felt like a brewer. People forget that Max Ansbro, shout out to Max Ansbro, wherever you are. He top 8'd like Eternal Weekend with Soldier Stompy, I think. Oh, no. He top 8'd Eternal Weekend with Twin. Wasn't even like a meme-ish. It was a meme deck, but like, it was like, the format is wide open. People just don't want to play anything but Delver because it makes them feel smart. That's my opinion. My hot take of the day. There's so many things you can do just because of the huge size of the card pool and the fact that you get to play Brainstorm and Fetch lands. It's just like, are you creative enough to figure out something that attacks Delver or is cool enough? Like, there's so much to do. You just, I don't know. People just don't feel like doing it. Target player discards a card, deals 2 damage to any target. I'm gonna have to discard a card. I'm thinking it's this one. So we're gonna deal 1 to them, which maybe I shouldn't. We're gonna start Kiki Jiki. We're gonna have a Mog Fanatic, which hopefully, maybe I shouldn't draw this Mog Fanatic. There's way better draws in the deck than this Mog Fanatic. Yeah, we're about to wreck them though. They only have 1. They may have counter spells here, which would kind of suck. Damn Legacy players. Yep. They did ruin Legacy. It's just like, the people have been playing their decks for so long at this point. That was a good sequence to draw these in, actually. And if they kept in Force of Negation, I'm gonna be mad. If this is Drown in the Lock, can Drown in the Lock counter these? I think it can. Looks like they're about to Drown in the Lock me. No? Yes? They're not. We'll play Chalice on 1 next turn. I don't know. I think Legacy is probably like super broken, but not in the way that means like Delver's the best deck. I mean, Murktide is disgusting. You kind of see the same thing in Pioneer, as stupid as this sounds. People get the idea from playing a format a bunch that like decks need to be built this way. They don't know how to attack metas or even build decks really, but that's a different story. And so like, because where's like a good example of this? Because I only have Goblins decks in my modern queue, but because like every deck in modern plays like Fatal Pushes, and they know Fatal Push is good, like quote unquote good, they all build their decks with 4 Fatal Pushes in them, even though their decks can block little tiny creatures just fine, and the deck that they probably need the most game against is Winota, which like, just kill the Winota, right? Just play removal spells that kill Winota instead of Fatal Push. Like, it's like kind of a no-brainer, but nobody's done it. all about those red cap melees. Exactly. So we exile all the graveyards. I guess I'll play around like a mana leak or something, or spell pierce. I'm gonna attack first so that they don't just waste a removal spell on my Mog War Marshal, because they know it's not gonna get value. And then they know my whole hand. There's no hiding anything at this point. I could play this on X equals 2 to stop expressive iterations, because we know that they don't have Dragon's Rage Channeler, Ragavan, or Death Shadow in their hand, because they would have played all of those things. And we could have stopped things like Dress Town from being played, but I don't think that that's a good enough reason. I mean, we're gonna have a 3/3 Trampler next turn. But yeah, I think that people just get like really stuck in the meta and they don't know how to attack it. So like, it feels super oppressive, and then a ban comes and people get excited. But could have played this on X equals 2, but I think they're looking for 1-cost cards, right? Other than like ways to deal with this now. They exile the land for the full value. Mishra's Bauble. Target yourself. Do it. Do it. Do it. Target themselves. See if they draw anything. They don't like what they see. They go down to 6. This is going to be what? Mulligans command, destroying my Chalice, I assume. And at this point, Death Shadows are pretty big. Yeah, Mulligan. Oh, they don't. Alright, well. I forgot that they were going to take my Pashlik with that Mulligan's command. I'm curious if I should even play this Snoop out. I'm curious if there's a reason not to actually do this. We do have them dead on board, but a couple Death Shadows will make that hard. Redraw with the Bloodstained Mire, gonna be good. If they have nothing, they should just put Giganta in their hand, but it's like, if they do that, then they signal that they have nothing, so maybe they can't do that. But they should do that, because they could still have Fatal Push, right? Anything underneath? No. Crack it. I'm trying to draw, you know I am. I'll take it. Red 1. Chalice on top, I'll take 2. They could have like now we don't have trample, and they could have what's that thing? The instant speed pyroclasm? That just fucks me if I attack with this vessel now. So considering that, I think I have them dead next turn. If that's what they've got, I'm gonna attack with just Snoop and Mog War Marshal. Because I can't imagine them having 4 cards playing nothing. But maybe I'm psyching myself out, but they kill it anyway. I mean, they should block here, right? Yeah. Is it the dress down? Then hope to kill Snoop before my turn. Chalice on top. I am pretty tempted to play it on 2 now. Because they really haven't played anything scary except, well, there you go. There's more 1 mana spells. But there's the Death Shadow, so put Gigantha in hand too. I mean, we're paying Echo. We're gonna play this Chalice out. I wonder if I take this. What reasons are there to take it? What card? I think I'm supposed to block. Because I have one attacker anyway. I can choose to take it next turn. They don't have the instant speed Pyroclasm, by the way. I don't think they would have played any of that the way they did if they had it, so. This Fury? Oh, it's Gigantha. Why am I so dumb? I knew they had Gigantha. Sugu not the worst. Do I block one more time? And then play it?
Don't worry, Johnny. It'll all pass. It will all...
Kills my Chalice is the thing. I think I want to be able to play Matron Plus next turn. It is awkward Hidetsugu compared to Engineered Explosives here. One of those situations to call that out, because we could easily be playing Engineered Explosives, but we get greedy for the extra value of the 3/3 and just wrecking the Urza Saga decks. But we'll take 5. I think playing to win means assuming you're going to draw something good enough next turn, so like... And we didn't. And we'll just hold this. They can force me to discard it with a Kolaghan's command. That's fine. We'll have a 3/3 Trampler. We won't have haste. But it'll make it so that this Dragon's Rage Channeler can't block for a little bit. How's it going, Lasty? Good to see you. Three mana is never good. The Royal Scions? I mean... 7-8 damage. I was dead in 3 turns without it, so now I'm dead in 2. So that's the thing. I haven't streamed in a while. Definitely haven't streamed Modern in a while. One Tooth, Food Chain, Snoop Goblins at Legacy Night. I used to play that deck on this stream. I actually sold a lot of it recently to get Pioneer cards on here. It was neat. I hated doing the combo. Every time you got to the point where you were about to combo, you just were like, buckle up. It's gonna be a while. Actually pretty good. If they get Delirium, I'm dead. I have to chump though. If they get Delirium, actually I'm specifically not dead. Interesting. Oh, they gain trample? This is gonna be 7. It'll deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. If they get delirium, I'm dead. Unless they give one of these guys trample, then I'm fine. Huh. What are they thinking about? Are they trying to avoid delirium? Are they trying to get delirium? I feel like there's not a lot to think about in general, because yeah, first strike trample over here just kills me. And I assume, and it doesn't just kill me, but they attack with everything. Oh, I see why they attack with everything. That's a good attack. But it, well, no, it's actually probably not. Yeah, it is. It means I have to, this dies. And I probably have to do this. And I have to hope that I draw Battlecry Goblin, which is likely not even enough. Yep, Sling will do it. That's true. Sling is better than Battlecry Goblin. Although, maybe not. They probably both just aren't good enough. And by that I mean they both lose to one piece of instant speed removal. So. So we're dead? Because this is gonna get trampled? I think we're dead. What's that card? I probably should have pinged them. That way slinging would have been lethal. I guess theoretically there could be a Mog Fanatic on top. And then... Nah, this just isn't good enough. I guess Slinging could be on top after a Mog Fanatic. That's our one out. Didn't get there. I think that's a 0-2 we lost. Yeah. That's a fine matchup. I think I just got wrecked by... What did I get wrecked by? I mulled to 5 in the first game and they had a Thoughtseize opener. So, like, we weren't going to win that game. And then... Hitotsugu was pretty bad. As were the Chalices. Both of these were pretty bad. I think maybe 3 is too many Chalices for the matchup, as dumb as that sounds. Maybe, had I gotten to the draw, I think I would have taken the Chalices out and put in Thoughtseizes. But, like... I mean, it is what it is. It was fine, so you can't win them all. They got a free 5-5 and we didn't. I don't actually... Although actually we did lose to Giganta. That is a good point. I actually didn't even realize that we lost to Giganta that game. It's so like not powerful that I didn't realize that it was the edge. Because it was literally the fact that they could first strike trample the 5-5 that they got, which is like completely off plan for them, but like just happens to be good there, you know, because we didn't draw enough and they give it trample. Interesting. Yan Yan CHN. Wow, why are you making me mad, Dragon Fodder? Why are you making me mad at Companion? Do you keep this? You have like a few redraws. We play Hovel, Blood Crypt. And we have 2 fetches and we get up to... I guess you keep this. Give in to your hatred. I actually don't hate Companion that much. I don't know. I think that I got why they made Companion. They just made it because they're fucking cowards. They just made it the way they did because they're cowards. They want to capitalize on how popular Commander is because it's so cool to declare your allegiance to things. Like that's why they do the whole pre-release pick your thing. That's why they lean into Commander so hard, and they're afraid to be like, okay guys, here's the new competitive format. It's Brawl. They're afraid to do that because I don't know. So like now all of this prescriptive balance of Companion, but they fucked Brawl up. Brawl would be super fun if the Proterra format was like Brawl and block constructed. That would be so much fun to watch every quarter, every 4 months, every 3 months, whatever, however often Magic sets come out. Ganyan Chen, what are you doing? Are you opening up the stream? If I go up to 4 viewers, I'll be upset. I like to keep it at a modest 3. So, I hope that's not you. But yeah, you heard it here first. I would love to watch Brawl Pro Tours. That would be sick. Brawl Pro Tours and Block Constructed Pro Tours. No Limited. Limited is awful to watch. Best format to play. But yeah, don't I guess you just run this out. What is this red-white nonsense? Obviously it's gonna be like something that kills Snoop, but all right, next turn I get to play Aether Vial at least. I know it's like not the best top deck, but when your hand is dog shit. Okay, Jund. But it's not probably Jund, given that this is an Arid Mesa. Sunscorched Desert, I'm in for it. This is what they were doing. They were brewing. They were like, wait a second, is my deck list really this? And they just fucking hacked the system. Put these sick decks in. Is this some kind of aggro Jund list? Is this Jund burn with Sunscorched Deserts? Sounds pretty cool. I like that. We'll do a redraw if they're gonna give it to me. They give it to me. That is not the kind of redraw I hoped for. What is this? Getting 15'd? Oh, Calibrated Blast? I think that's a fine matchup. Right? Because we just are faster than them. Calibrated Blast costs 4 to play, right? I know it's instant speed, though. Yeah, I know. Calibrated Blast 5-0s, and then people are like, they never make the connection. I'm gonna shuffle this away. That Calibrated Blast is 5-0ing, and they're putting all of this pressure and they're giving all this credence to whatever the latest version of their deck that 5-0'd is. Also, we had it the whole time, by the way. And so, like, Calibrated Blast is 5-0ing, and you're not, probably not your deck. Probably either you're not playing enough leagues, you're not good enough at the game, and then some combination of those two. That's why I'm not 5-0ing, I'll tell you that. It's some combination of those two. Because the people out here earning trophies do earn trophies with Calibrated Blast. I don't know if they're good at the game, but they certainly play a lot. Which is more than half of it. So hard sold. On Goblins when I started playing. Beat mid-range grind playing. Yeah, that's the kind of decks I gravitate towards. I play Painter, Servant, and Legacy. And like the allure of a deck that can just like it plays the long game. Wow. Well, Belcher, I'll tell you, Belcher Blast is like, you know, it's not unlosable by any means, because they're fast, and you know, sometimes you just don't get there, and all the consistency of combo that our deck has, they have it too, and sometimes they're just on the play, right? We'll get Kiki Jiki here. So Calibrated Blast can target creatures or what? Yeah, Pawns is a coin flip. Always, because like you keep a land heavy hand and you just wreck them sometimes because you draw perfectly with your land heavy hand. Any target, so I have to wait for them to cast it, right? If I want to win. Even if it means going off at my upkeep. I'm gonna do it at their end step. Gonna make a guy. Four damage to the Snoop. Who would have guessed? I guess I could have waited till my upkeep. It doesn't make a difference. This is just better. That's funny that you looked at it as an analog to Goblins, because it took me a while to realize that that's what it was. I played Painter first. Back when the SCG tour was real and they played Legacy on Sundays, I was just like, oh man, I want to play Painter Servant, and all I could afford was Modern. So like I was playing Scred Red in Modern, and then I got a job like 5-ish years ago at this point, and I started buying the City of Traders and finally started playing Painter in earnest, and I was so happy with it. And then hard to get up to fucking Queens, but I might just start doing it more. Queens, that's where they play Legacy around here. Yeah, those combo decks where you're just like, you're one draw step away from just like ending the game at any point. Always good. So they can 15 me, and I can recover from that. I think I want to play this munitions expert out just to attack them down faster. I have to target my own stuff, and I will hit no. I know I made the mistake the last time I played this deck, because munitions expert was the only target, so it automatically targeted it. And then I okayed through it. It was very dumb. I'm gonna keep ticking up. He keeps getting his ass kicked with mono red prison, trying to get into pivoted painters. I mean, the difference between mono red prison and painter is like, it used to be even smaller than it is now. And I would have recommended painter then as well. Like, the difference between, oh, sometimes I just turn 2 combo people, and oh, sometimes I just turn 1 chalice on 1 people. Like, I cannot tell you how big a difference that is. Like, your chalice plan is just crossing your fingers, whereas painter is proactive. Like, they're really similar, and they're gonna target my sling gang, I assume. Oh, now they have shadow. All right, so they don't target my sling gang. If they have another one, I'm dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only do 6 to them, unfortunately. So I have to, like, hope that they fuck up. But I think you do have to get this into play first. You can't. Once this starts resolving, I can't respond. So I have to get myself to a life total where I'm not dead to them revealing Calibrated Blast or their Cascade spell, which I believe that life total is 5. I may be wrong about that. I think this is correct. They may just 15 me anyway. And they do. Alright. Matron here instead of Kiki would have won us that game. That's how close it was. So Calibrated Blast into 15 damage spells. They're fine with just red mana. Chalice doesn't do it. Leyline stops, like, I guess munitions expert doesn't do anything. I guess I should keep in 1 ringleader and then take out what? Nah. Nah, I like it like this. But yeah, the painter's way better than mono red prison in my opinion. Not because it's like actually better necessarily, even though I think it is right now. It's just way more fun to play a proactive deck than it is to play a deck where you're crossing your fingers and then taking off a planeswalker and praying, especially in a blue format. I've people who have watched the stream before though, a lot probably. You'd have to watch it to know this. Know how much I love how Painter Servant is built. I think I learned a lot about deck building by, like, sounds so dumb, but the second I decoded how Painter Servant is a deck, why it's a deck, how you figure it out, why those cards go together, I felt like I leveled up 1,000 times. People think that you start with Painter Servant in the Painter Servant deck, and it's just not the case, and I think that's part of the reason that I gravitated towards it. I mean, you definitely keep this. You don't have all of the combo, but you can get there, and you probably can interact with this. But yeah, Painter Servant is like, I was talking about people This is actually, it's all coming full circle with the Pioneer talks. That I was talking about how people are playing Fatal Push instead of spells that kill Winota in the Winota format. And like, Painter Servant is a great example of people who built their deck to play the format that they're playing. Very obviously, the best color in Legacy is blue. And so somebody said, what happens if I play like 8 red elemental blasts? Since everybody's blue. And the rest of the deck kind of just falls out of that. Like, I want to play main deck red blast. That's how the deck starts. And then from there, you go. I guess I'm gonna play Vile first, right? Yeah, because there's no. Yes. It's been a long time since I had to make that decision. I used to say it all the time when we played Gen. But from there, the rest of the deck just falls out of that. Because, like, if I'm playing 8 main deck red blast because it's a blue format, what do I do when that doesn't work? Well, I need something to make them playable in the non-blue matchup, so I don't just concede, and that's Painter Servant. And then, oh look, it just so happens that the fastest way to end the game with a Painter Servant in your deck is Grindstone. It's a great idea. I agree, Lasty. It's like, why would just play main deck? I mean, you see Eli struggling in Legacy with the fact that he has to play Red Blast. Like, he'd rather be doing his Wasteland Port shenanigans, but like, it's a great card. Like, just play it. We don't want to get Calibrated Blasted, but we also have to like play our Snoop out, which kind of sucks. It sucks that they have Gemstone Caverns. Talk about things that should be banned. But like, ooh, that's actually a decent draw. Even if this goes wrong. You hear those sonic noises? I don't know if you can actually hear them. But yeah, you start with Red Blasts, then you get Painter Servant so they're not dead, and you get this game-ending combo for free. And like, just a good bit of deck building there. You can play the whole thing off red mana. Then you play Blood Moons. You cheat out the combo ASAP. Just all works. Oof, I just flicked myself in the face with a rubber band. Not gonna do that again. Let's see. This is like a super aggressive start. It's probably not going to be enough, but it might be. So we play out Mog War Marshal. We are going to do this. We're going to shock ourselves. We're not going to pay. We're going to Vile.
My coffin is my apartment. Feel like a pile of garbage. I feel like a rotting carcass.
I don't know how much damage this is, but it's a lot.
I miss a baby. I miss a what? I die alone in the
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot. It's not enough. I gotta skip this song. This song is too sad.
People are willing to be made over in the image of these corporations. They don't care what you're saying. They don't care what you're thinking. That's why you get this anger.
Mic check 1, 2, mic checks bounce. Check 1, 2, mic check.
I don't know if I could have done more damage by sacking stuff. I lose 4 damage to add 4 damage, so no. Yeah, there's nothing else I could do this turn. Name of this one? They're at 6 though. How much damage did we do? 13. They need another calibrated blast to kill us. It never matters when they do it the first time because they just get a second one free and they need to anyway. Yeah, so we're just dead. What? I think we're just dead. Yup. Alright. I mean, we were as aggressive as we could be. If we didn't have to shock, I guess we win. Maybe I shouldn't have shocked. I could have just sacked another goblin. I probably should have thought of that. I don't really care, to be perfectly honest. Calibrated blast is not a deck you bring to a tournament. I already couldn't get the 5-up. But very low energy leagues tonight. We are this is probably gonna be our last match, so thank you everybody for hanging out. Appreciate you all. Your first time watching, give us a follow. We're gonna apply for that card hoarder renter program soon. Means I might have some silly logos on my stream. Just so we can play Pioneer decks more easily when we do play Pioneer and not Goblins. Then again, maybe we'll just be playing Goblins and Pioneer. It did seem pretty decent. So, who knows? But yeah, having enough followers for that program is important. But consider following, especially if you're just watching on YouTube. Get notifications when we go live, and you'll get to hang out and chat like the rest of us, or just join the Goblins Discord and chat with us there. Playing Tommy224. They're going for the 4-1. We're trying to make it so we both 3-2. This is a super mid-rangey hand, and I'm gonna keep it. I'm tired of mulliganing against everyone, not just mid-range decks, but everyone. But it has been correct pretty much all night to mulligan towards combo, except in that Death Shadow game that we lost. So it's whatever. Red white. Is this burn? If it's burn, we'll be okay. Perfect. And I'm just gonna slam all my cards in order. Try to curve out. Especially since it's burned, because number one, they didn't play a creature, and Fling Gang probably just ends the game. Especially if we have a Pashlik Mon still in play. It's just all 2-drops. I'm gonna Searing Blaze. Okay, you got it. It may just have many Searing Blazes is what's going on. I'm gonna hope to draw a land so that I never have to shock this in. It ends up being the same amount of life lost. So if I do eventually have to shock it in, so that there's no optimization to be done there other than saving it to hope to not have to play it. I'm definitely shocking in a Sling Gang Lieutenant next turn, right? Like, there's no way I'm not. Especially with 2. I could bring them down to 11. I don't really think that that's relevant. Especially since they're about to gain a ton of life anyway. Alright, with this hand and how high my life total is, I'm just going to play this Matron out. I like this song. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Just gonna get Mog War Marshal since we have the Sling Gangs. Eidolon. Look who doesn't care about Eidolon. This guy. Got bad news for you. Eidolon ain't good enough. I think we do attack. I think I'm just gonna attack and threaten to kill it. Although, do I really even care about it? Given, like, if they win the game by casting stuff, they're gonna have to take a lot of damage from this. So we're just gonna attack them, not worry about the whole thing. I don't think they can beat a Sling Gang Lieutenant that gains 4 life, especially with an Eidolon in play. Searing Blaze? Do it. Searing Blaze me. I guess they're not Searing Blazing because they fetched. Although it saves a life. Yeah, it does save a life. So they take it. And then... we have another Sling Gang to play, otherwise I would sacrifice everything. And if we weren't already gonna just win, this Mog Fanatic I think is the last point of damage we could possibly need. Alright, Tommy224, the burn player. At 3-1, you dead. Thoughtseize sucks. Most of our board sucks. I think Chalice is probably good enough. Pretty bad on the draw, but it cuts off so much of their top deck. We want to block, so I'm leaving all of this in. You cut one of these and one of these. One of these. Run it like that. I mean, it's possible that Trash Master is just good enough. And on the play, maybe Hit Sugu is good enough, but... Do you keep this? Pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. It can't play a Snoop, but it has Matron and Vile, which is like kind of a lot of what you want. They kept 7. I mean, the lands are painless. They just don't cast Snoop. But we don't have Snoop and we have this Vile. I'm going to keep it. This is probably a stupid keep, but who wants this game to be over in 2 minutes anyway? We got to play a game 3 for the fans. Goblin Guide? We might just die anyway. Goblins are good. Skirk Prospector on top I like. So we're gonna have enough to block this Goblin Guide next turn. I do think we want to do... I wonder if they would have... What's the card? Smash to Smithereens if they had it. Mog War Marshal would be fantastic here. We get Snoop instead, which actually not the worst. We're gonna play the Skirk that they know about. I guess I could have powered out a Matron. Give me a land. I needed that. Thank you. Hopefully they just tap out. I do hope that as well. It is rare. I think I'm gonna double block this Goblin Guide though. Take one here. If they point a burn spell at one of my goblins, that's a win. Yeah, they pointed at my face. Smartly. So we're gonna go to like 6. Perhaps less. So we get out of this by getting up to Sling Gang, which means drawing lands. And we did. So I don't think that I am supposed to play for the combo here. I think I am supposed to just get Sling Gang. Probably block this with her and sack the Mog. Oh, that's... I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Yeah, that was a stupid play. I could have saved 2 life. I should be at 8 right now. I should be at 8. I deserve to lose. We'll see what they've got. That's a good call, Dragon Fodder. I am just... whew, out of it. Let's see if it would have mattered. If they have another 3, it would have mattered. They do have another 3, and it would have mattered. Did matter. I guess I could have checked if there was another Sling Gang on top, but... dumb. Don't deserve to win. Tilt concede instead of playing to the 0.5%er. Damn. Playing bad. It is almost 1 a.m. I can play a tiny bit bad at 1 a.m. Oh man. I guess you keep this. This is like too good to do anything but keep in like every scenario, but it feels like it can't win, to be honest. I'm gonna fetch at the end of their turn so I can get a Blood Crypt. Well, it doesn't really matter. I do want to draw lands. Searing Blaze is like worst case scenario next turn. Got there with the Blood Crypt. But we're chumping with this Snoop. Right? There's no way you can be greedy enough to not block. They're just gonna Searing Blaze. Best case scenario for them. I can save a life by flashing a Munitions Expert and trying to get them. Or I can play Boggart Harbinger or Matron. I think I'm supposed to save a life. Give me the land. Do it. Here we definitely block this guide. Matron revealed.
Behold, a dream did come to me in the night.
They do bolt my expert. which saves us a couple points, maybe 1 point of damage. Yeah, it saves us 1 point of damage, so not the worst. Really need lands though. I'm tempted to just get Skirk here. Although I should probably grab Mog War Marshal in case I don't draw lands.
So take you his life, and steal his son.
I think. Huh. I think we blocked the guide. We're kind of holding on, but they have 4 cards in hand. They missed a land drop, so the chance that they don't have just all the gas to close it out is very low. Yeah, I think they were just sitting there doing math to figure out exactly how dead I was. And turns out very is the answer. We have to block here or we die. I mean, maybe they could just, they can't have nothing. We're dead. Which means we're gonna 2-3 our first league back, which is not a good feeling. But it is what it is. I could have won that second game. Just actually had it locked up the next turn and punted it away. By not doing the easy block. Now wait a second. Wait a second. Are you telling me that there's a chance? Or are you slow rolling me, Tommy224? What is this? What is this? There was no chance the whole time. I'm mad about that. Well, we're dead. 2-3. Punted to Ants Burn. It's fine. We're gonna get back into Modern and Pioneer soon. We haven't been streaming. We haven't been playing online as much. But we're gonna change that. Damn it, Tommy224. I know. So that's gonna be it for us. Again, if this is your first time here, follow. Just so you could come hang out with us. This is what we do all the time. We play goblins. This is our pioneer list that we've been trying. It's actually surprisingly good. When you just pile a bunch of goblins into a deck and put Snoop in it. Every single one of these cards was improved by the fact that Snoop was in the deck and by the fact that all these goblins are just there. Hobgoblin, Bandit Lord, and Snoop like works really cool in that if you have both in play, you dig towards, you get a bunch of things in play and you could bop them with the Bandit Lord. Or if you don't have a Bandit Lord in play, you can dig towards them with Snoop. And then when you find a Bandit Lord on top, you get to just Bandit Lord them with Snoop's new Bandit Lord ability. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna do more brewing on this idea eventually with this whole like experimental frenzy type play. The problem is the cards that you would play that like really lean into that are things like Burgi. I actually don't know how you spell Burgi, but yeah, I got it right. Our cards like Burgi, where you can both add red mana to your mana pool for casting spells and exile the top 2 cards of your library. So like to clear lands. Problem is she's not a goblin, right? She's just a god. And that's not as good a creature type as Goblin, it turns out. Chain Whirler, I think, I don't know. Card feels real good. I was like building, I have this deck in paper, this red aggro deck. And when I saw that, I bought Chain Whirlers and I was like, why aren't Chain Whirlers in this deck? It doesn't, they feel like they're great. At least in the sideboard. I don't know. I think there should be Chain Whirlers in this deck. Also, these Eidolons don't make a ton of sense. Unless you're super aggro. They're really good. I don't know. I've played 0 games with the deck, to be perfectly honest. But I do own it in paper. I've played more with with just goblins. So anyway, we're gonna see if anybody's on playing Sewer Steel. I'm gonna check it out. Go straight to Asmon Goldstream. Turns out he's not playing Sewer Steel. He freaking nasty. Oh, I see the Sewer Steel master himself.
They're back to beat me.
But he's playing Modern. We're gonna raid the Bodingle. I'm gonna be hanging out in the chat for at least a little bit. He made the Sewer Steel deck. That's why I was checking him out. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, and thank you for joining me tonight. Hope the rest of you have a good rest of your week. I may be streaming Wednesday and Thursday because I don't have band practice, which I normally do. So I may get a couple more in before the week is over. Have a good night. See you around.